What's up, YouTube? It is Matt. Uh, haven't done a video in about a week, and I have gotten some awesome stuff. Just some super quality TTMs the last couple days that I want to show you guys. Um, just cool stuff. I did have a couple book pickups. Nobody huge, but some cool stuff. This is A Lawyer's Journey, the Morris Dees story. Morris Dees. He was a sort of like a civil rights lawyer. There's his signature right down there at the bottom. It's on a book. It's like somebody's book plate, and then he signed the book plate. But it's super cool. The excerpts on the back from people who have read it are, Jimmy Carter's one, Rosa Parks, Coretta Scott King. There's some big names on there, so that was cool. To pick up. This one, I don't know who this is. I just thought it looked like a really cool book. It's called Wheeler Dealer. The Rip-Roaring Adventures of My Uncle Gordon, a Quadriplegic in Hollywood. And then it is signed beautifully right on the inside by the author, Chip Jacobs. There it is up close. And this one was really cool. It's called Business in Combat, and it's called A Fighter Pilot's Guide to Winning in Modern Business Warfare. And it's about a fighter pilot who went into business, and it's signed really cool. I'm not sure how well you can see that against the red, but he wrote Happy Hunting, signed it James Murphy, and then under it in quotes he wrote Murph. Sorry if you can't see that, but it's a cool book. So if anybody's interested, those are available. Next up, I got a box of that new Press Pass, the blasters from Target. And unfortunately, I did get a shitty auto. It is Marquise Mays. But if you're going to get a shitty auto, at least I got lucky and got somebody on my team. The Steelers just picked him up as a free agent. So that was cool. And now let's get to the TTMs, just some super cool stuff. This was my only failure, unfortunately. I did get a letter and all my pictures back. Maybe you recognize that one from Family Guy. Or there's a better picture of Obama giving him a medal. That was Warren Buffett. I got a letter, and it is signed by somebody that works for him. It says, "To whom it may concern, we regret to inform you that we no longer are able to process requests for autographs. Since we have over 600,000 shareholders, requests for Mr. Buffett's autograph have multiplied to the point that it is impossible to do it for everyone. Sincerely, Carrie Kaiser, Office of Warren Buffett." So that's a bummer. But what are you going to do? It happens. Okay, and now to the good stuff. Let's see where I'm going to start off. This one was pretty cool. I'll show you the best one last. That's just amazing. But I got all three pictures back from one of my favorite comedians. Sorry if there's a glare. That is Tim Conway. Signed it. It's him with Carol Burnett and Vicki Lawrence from The Carol Burnett Show. Here's the second one. I love this picture. Cast photo from The Carol Burnett Show, and he signed it right up there at the top. And lastly, a couple legends, Tim Conway, Carl Reiner, and Miss Betty White, and he signed it right under there. So that was cool. Next up, it's always awesome to get a Star Wars return, but to get one of this quality, just awesome. Signed all three of my pictures, the one and only Carrie Fisher. Miss Princess Leia, signed it right under there with Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford. This one is cool. This was from a Star Wars card that I've made into a picture. Signed it right there, Princess Leia. And from Family Guy, for my Family Guy PC, there is Angela, Peter's boss, who's played by Carrie Fisher. And I can't tell how bad the glare is, but I apologize. But it's beautifully signed, and none of them smeared, so that was just awesome. Alright, next up, one of my favorite people to send to. I know I'm going to get back something funny every time I send to him, so I included a questionnaire which he also filled out. I now have, I believe I counted 12 autographs from this man. Just the greatest TTMer. He always writes little notes, and it's just so funny. Signed all 3 of my pictures and my questionnaire. The one and only Mr. Ed Asner. This is a picture from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and he wrote, "Matt, I'm sending you one like him for Xmas, okay? Best of life, Ed Asner." And you can see he's carrying one of his co-stars. Next up, this was his character from Up, and he wrote a whole little paragraph up there. He wrote, "Matt, they call this the good life. I say, you lie. Best of life, Ed Asner." That was great. This one I think is just hysterical. This is my second one with him and Betty White. I got one last time, and this one he wrote, "Matt, she smells good, Ed Asner." So that was awesome. And then, always cool to get one of these back, my Ed Asner questionnaire. I'll read it real quick. The first question was, who was your favorite co-star to work with? He wrote, "She was the star, but I still treasured the working with her." I'm assuming he was either talking about Betty White or Mary Tyler Moore, because he references them, but that was cool. Next says, what has been, in your opinion, your best moment in TV? And he wrote, "My moment with Mary in the first show when I said, I hate spunk." That's a keeper. So if you watch the Mary Tyler Moore Show, you'll remember that one. Next up, you and Betty White have known each other for a long time. If I asked her to describe you in one sentence, what do you think she'd say? This is one of the best responses I've ever got. He wrote, "He is the most gorgeous hunk of a man I've ever laid eyes on." And then right next to it you can see, okay, let me actually take it out. It's in a case, which I know gives some bad glare. Right here, he added a little, he wrote, "Thank you for your lovely words, Ed Asner." And then under, I have the short list of questions, which I was surprised at his answers, to be honest. For favorite actor, he wrote Samuel Jackson. Favorite actress, Marissa Tomei. Favorite movie, Blade Runner. Favorite TV show, Deadwood. And without a doubt, the best response I've ever gotten. It says, one thing you'd like to do before you die. And if you could see his answer, he wrote, not die. And he signed it on the signature, which is really cool. He wrote Edward Asner. So he actually signed it twice, right? He signed right here, and where he wrote that little thank you. So I don't know if anybody's ever received a dual Ed Asner autograph on one piece of paper, but that was just awesome to get back. I have a whole bunch of him. I think I'm going to get it all framed together in a big array. And lastly, one of the cool, probably one of the best TTMs I've received. I'm just taking them out of the case so you guys can see. Every once in a while, you'll get somebody that's written about in the history books, and I got that. And not only that, I got a letter from her. So let me just pull them all out. I also got this booklet back. It is the one and only, this picture tells it all, Miss Jane Goodall. Probably the most well-known primate enthusiast of all time. She signed that one right at the top, Jane Goodall. I love that picture of her kissing the monkey, or chimp. This one says, "For Matt, follow your dream, Jane Goodall." Right up there. And this is a great picture. I think this is from, from Forbes, or I think these were Forbes magazine pictures. I've sent out a couple of these because they are just the best pictures. Signed it right there at the bottom, Jane Goodall. And included a beautiful picture, which on the back, I didn't even notice it at first. On the back, it's a postcard, and she wrote me a little letter, which was just amazing. She wrote, "Dear Matt, Thanks for your letter. I hope you join us in our Roots and Shoots movement, www.rootsandshoots.org. We need people like you, so dedicated. Hope to see you in California. Jane Goodall. Sign right down there at the bottom. Just one of my treasured pieces to get something back like that. Just amazing. And here's the booklet. So if you get a sec, go check out the rootsandshoots.org. Roots and Shoot, was it Roots and Shoots? Yeah, rootsandshoots.org for some info on that. She has a movie coming out, the chimpanzee movie. Looks pretty good. And I just went over 10 minutes, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. But hopefully I'll get more in. I haven't got my mail today, and I sent out a bunch, so hopefully I'll get some in today. And if not, I'll talk to you guys soon. Good luck. Peace.